What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer, and I'm here with an unboxing. This is not a new game, but this is a cool game. I actually saw this, I believe it was on Rotto's channel, the first thing I saw. Definitely, he's got a playthrough of this, rules explanation, a review of this. Definitely check it out. This is Dice City by Artipia Games, published by AEG. And this is a, basically what you're doing is you're rolling some dice. You have a board and you can upgrade buildings. You can get resources to buy buildings. This is 1 to 4 player, so you can play on your own, or if you're playing against somebody, you can use those dice to build buildings for military, and you can attack other people, and you can attack monsters and stuff for points. So we're going to open this baby up and check it out. Make sure. Worst part about it always makes me nervous. I'm afraid I'm going to end up cutting something I'm not needing to cut. Here we go. So, off with the shrink. So here's the box, and there are 3 expansions for this. They're on their way. They're not here, but they are on their way. So be looking for those hopefully sometime soon. So here's the player book, the rule book. You kind of see, tells you how to do attack, building. Really, it's only 19 pages. Really 15 pages of actual rules, start to finish, component review, how to play, and then 16 is the solo variant, and then there's just some clarification on locations and such. So, pretty short rule book. And again, if you watch Rotto's video, not a lot to this. It's really a very simple game. But it's simple, but there's enough strategy to really make it fun. Right? So when I say simple, don't misunderstand me. By simple, I don't mean not worth it. By simple, I just mean easy rules, but fun to play. So here's a punch board. Actually, only 1 punch board, which is great. So you got your resources, you got your wood, your stone, your ore. You got these time markers where you can turn some things in. Tokens for activating, deactivating buildings. Your stars for your victory points. Your first player marker there if you're playing multiple people. So that's what that is. And then you've got 4 player boards. So let's move this box over just for 1 second. Show you the player board. Not a huge board. So basically each player will have a board like this. Okay, let's try this again. So you have this board, and you can see, let's see if I can do this and then I'll check up. You've got these different rows of buildings, right? So each building, everybody starts out with the same buildings, but what you're going to find, and we'll look at those cards here in a second, is that you can purchase cards with your resources, and you can replace any of these buildings. Okay, so you just pick whichever one. So you can kind of start to build a strategy, whether you want to go for the resources, do you want to go for more military? That's the sort of thing that you can do. So how do you do that? Well, let's take this out here. And this to the side. It does use a dice rolling mechanism, so each row has different colored dice, and so you're going to roll that dice, and each row will have a number. I guess I should show you that. There we go. So each player will get 1 color of, there's 5 dice. Let me see. There we go. So you would roll the dice, and so yellow is a 5, so it goes here. Blue is a 1, based on the number up top. And then we got a 3, and then we got blue, a red 5, and then a black 6. All right. Sorry, this is kind of dark. This camera is being ridiculous. So, you would roll the dice, and you would place these dice. So I can choose to use the abilities on my turn. So I could get ore there, a wood here. I can have one military strength there, one military strength there. But I can sacrifice die to shift die, right, left or right one. So maybe I say, I don't want the military, and I want to get another wood because there's a building that I want to build. So maybe I'm going to sacrifice this military die, and I'm going to move my yellow over to the wood, and then I'm going to grab those resources, and then I'm going to buy the building, right? So that's kind of how it works. And again, this board's going to change as you purchase buildings. So that's how that works. Alright, so let's flip this over. So now the other thing we've got is we've got a couple of decks of cards. We'll put this over here. And this insert, by the way, is massive. I mean, you got that much insert. Your dice will all go in there. You got all that space left. It's kind of funny. I don't know why in the world they have that much space, but there's plenty of space in there. And what that means also, the cool thing is there's plenty of space for your tokens, because again, there's not that many tokens, and there's going to be plenty of space for the expansion, so we do not have to worry about that. So here's some of the cards, examples of the cards. Here. So all these, I think, are buildings. Let me just do a quick double check. Yeah. So you have, most of these are buildings, except for the trade ships. Let's set those aside because those are actually kind of different. So you have extra buildings, like for instance, this is going to add, potentially add more military. This is going to, there we go. That's what I was looking for. That's the other side. We'll talk about that in a second. So this lumber mill, it's actually going to give you 2 lumber when you use it, right? You have to activate and deactivate the building, but it's going to give you, no, sorry, you don't activate or deactivate. It's basically going to give you 2 extra wood instead of just 1. But you see that's got a shield there. So actually what that means is that the enemy can attack it, and if they attack it, then it deactivates it, and then you have to basically spend a die to reactivate a building. So that's kind of how the PvP portion of this works. And you've got stuff for your lumber, you got stuff for your ore, you've got stuff for your stone, right? And then you've got your military. Alright, so here's some military. Add 2 to your military army strength. All those are add 2. So you got that. Let me open this other pack, because I think it's kind of weird the way they're packaged. I would have expected all the same cards in the same pack, but I can see already that is not the case. Be careful when I open these, because alright, so trade ships. We'll talk about trade ships in a second. That's good. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of interesting. You can tell, if you'll notice, if you'll notice, you kind of have some like different colors of the cards here. So we can talk about those in a second. But you kind of have like, you got some of these different color cards, like there's these purple color, blue purple colors, like that, gold. So these are like different types of buildings: storehouse, cemetery, well, cathedral, grand statue, right? So these are the different kinds of buildings, and they're going to do things. So for instance, this cemetery, it's going to give you 1 point at the end of the game. It's got a defense value of 3. If you deactivate it, you can use the ability of any location on that row. So you're going to start building up your rows and your buildings to complement each other. So you've got all kinds of different buildings that give you those kind of abilities. And of course, you, like I showed you just a second ago, you've got just straight up resources. Because in order to build these buildings, you have to pay these resources in the corner. And then you got your military, which you've already seen. But you saw the army, and then you got catapult. Barracks, you can place armies. The blacksmith, all your locations add an additional attack value. So like if you had 3 locations, it's 3 full attack. Just a catapult that you activate, and it gives you 3. You got a watchtower that you can use 3 to attack bandits. So let's talk for a second about bandits. So you have these kind of generic point value cards for these bandits that you can attack with your power if you don't want to attack the player. And they have different difficulties based on their defense. Will give you different amounts of points here in the corner. So it really just depends on what kind of strategy you want to use, if you want to use more military or less military. And then also you have trade ships, which will give you different points, anywhere from 5 points for 2 of each of the 3 resources, up to, if you could possibly somehow get it, 4 of each of the 3 resources. That's 20 points. It's a ton of points. It's almost impossible to get that combination too, so you really have to work for that. It also comes with these really cool cards, reference cards. There's one for each player. And on the back, it's going to tell you what you do on your turn. And what happens is each player gets their turn, okay, and they do everything, and then it goes to the next player, and the start player will eventually change. So that's how that works. And really, that is that's actually really it, guys. Like I said, it's a really simple game. It's a super fun game. There's plenty of room in the box for expanding. So when those expansion comes, I have no doubt that they will all fit in this box, because there's all the cards that come with the game. Cool. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you have any questions about this, leave them in the comments. Hopefully I'll get around to play this soon. This is seems to be a relatively quick game. What does the box say? The box says, of course we all know the box is a lie, right? It's on the bottom of the box. Says 45 minutes. I guess it just depends on really how you get your points. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. This has been Dice City, created by Artipia Games, published by AEG. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.